state capital of Columbia. Do a little bit of videoing this morning. Protest right in front of the state capitol. Just taking in a little sights today. Yeah, they have a thing down here on Main Street on Saturdays. Let's show you a little bit. Burning of Columbia. Due to Columbia's strategic value, capture of the city was an objective of the Union Army during the Carolinas campaign of 1865. By February 15th, Union forces had moved to within 4 miles of the city and met opposition from Confederate skirmishers and artillery batteries. After offering a cursory defense of the city, CSA commanders PGT, Beauregard, and Wade Hampton ordered a final evacuation of Columbia on the morning of February 17, 1865, and by the afternoon, Union forces occupied the town. Just says Main Street right here. A couple tall buildings there. The burning of Columbia. By 1865, Columbia had become a central store of cotton in the Confederacy as Union forces entered the city. Cotton bales lined much of the Richardson. Now, Main Street. Several cotton fires were reported on the night of February 16, 17, and others were burning on the afternoon of February 17th. On the night of February 17, 18, fires aided by high winds, burning cotton, and Union soldiers destroyed much of Columbia's main commercial district and more than 450 buildings, and all a large portion of the city. Once again, the state capitol. My mama ran a restaurant down here on Main Street. In Columbia, South Carolina, years ago when I was a little boy. I'll give you a little tour of it. Just thought I'd show you all that. They own the megaphone. Y'all come on down, take a little walk with me. These are some old buildings, along with some new buildings. This used to be bricked in years ago. All of Main Street was just like this. But yeah, they upgraded quite a bit of Main Street down here in Columbia, South Carolina. Just want to piece this video, make a little premiere out of it. Capital city of Columbia, South Carolina was involved in the Civil War. Down along the river, people find cannonballs and artillery, you know, from the old Civil War. I'm still on Main Street in Columbia, South Carolina. I remember when I was a little boy, I rode these roads on a bicycle. Would go through parking garages, and believe it or not, down under these streets are tunnels. Years ago, they used to have nightclubs under these streets. Yeah, there are like 6 miles, I believe, of tunnels. It's not known a whole lot by the public, but I'm sure they've closed them off by now. Yeah, this is downtown Columbia. Saturday afternoon, down Main Street that way. Here's a beautiful little grassy area. Lined up fence over there with the flowers. Very pretty. I'm up into the crowd. Just want to show you vendors. Don't look at anybody. This is a public square, so it's all good. Right along in this area is where my mother had a cafeteria when I was a little boy. The name of it was Friendly Cafeteria. And from the State House up there, legislatures and Congress people would come down and enjoy lunch at the cafeteria. I even washed dishes and did the beverage counter at the Friendly Cafeteria. That was right along in this area. But anyway, thank y'all for coming and hitting the thumbs up. Hope you enjoyed the video. Just taking a little video of everything and everybody. Might hear some music coming up. Get some food. It's not the fair, it's just a way to bring people to Columbia, South Carolina. Because the malls, you know, takes all the businesses anymore. So they come up with this idea to do this on Saturdays. And it seems to be working pretty good. Pretty crowded today. A little bit of everything, y'all. Pretty crowded today. Here's that guy with the violin up here.
And then last week,
Let's see if I can catch a minute of him. Here's the protesters. Appreciate y'all coming and hitting that thumbs up. Enjoy the rest of the premiere. What a beautiful day in Columbia, South Carolina.
great one I got.
I don't think I want any coffee. It's like 92 degrees. That's a tall building. That's the Marriott. A lot of the stars and wrestlers, when they come to Columbia, stay in that Marriott. For real.
Probably something that you should be seeing. Honestly, I thought that I would.
Just walk a little bit more. Just showing y'all the gist of it all. You get the idea. Plenty of flowers. Buy your sweetheart some flowers, y'all. These are some old buildings here. Look at the chain. Look at the crest. Old 5 and 10 cent store, y'all. That's an old building. You ever seen one of them? If not, I'm sure you have if you're young. Excuse me, if you're old. Like me. Just saying, y'all. A lot of these buildings have been here since the 1800s. Late 1800s. And down here, I'm telling you, are tunnels under the street. When I was a kid, I could explore these tunnels. They even had openings. I don't know what's in them tunnels now. I guess they just closed down and covered up. Good looking food they offer. Looks good though. I'm not trying any of it out today. Just showing you all. Columbia Museum of Art. Fox Theater down here if I get to it. When I was a kid, I used to take the bus. I know a lot about Columbia. I used to take the bus down here and watch movies, me and my brother. At the old Fox Theater. If I can get to it. Look at these big old pans, y'all. Wow, that's hot. People sell everything down here. Fruits and vegetables, honey, flowers, dresses, clothes, crafts and arts. These are good for you. Blueberries. These are some old buildings. A lot of history down here. Some young folks out playing their violin. I'm gonna go down as far as them drums beating. But for real, this is the old Fox Theater. I don't know how long it's actually been there. Fox, yeah, Fox, the movie section of Fox. They had movies. I remember taking the bus, coming downtown for a dime on the bus, y'all. Y'all remember it being that cheap? For a dime. Then get a dime and go back. I don't remember exactly. I believe the movie was like 50 cents. But I've been here many times in my life. I really remember quite a bit. I used to explore and walk downtown. I loved it. That was a big thing when I was a kid. All right, let's see who's beating on the drums down here, y'all. Right here. Let's see if I can capture a little bit. I'm sure y'all are familiar with this. I believe they closed down. They used to have a restaurant way back in the day. They had the best cornbread and soup down in the basement of this building years ago. And, well, I knew an old man that worked there because I was a kid that was a little bit less fortunate than a lot of kids. He'd give me a suit to wear to church every now and then. For real, y'all. It's coming back to me now. For real, I'm serious. Thank y'all for watching this premiere. We'll be done in a few minutes. Just a couple more little sights I want you to see. multiculturalism, y'all. For real. I remember I can't find them now. I found some old pictures. You remember I mentioned that cafeteria up there my mama ran when I was a little boy? Way up Main Street there. I found a stack of old pictures of this street when it was even included to be dirt. And then when they started building and they made it all brick, it's been changed ever since then. But I remember giving my mother them pictures. I think over time they got misplaced, or I can't find them today. I wish I'd have kept them myself. I really do. Because them pictures would be worth some money. Thank y'all. Much love. Just showing you the old artwork, the old building here. That Atlas holding the globe? I don't think it is. Just sitting under the shade tree a minute. Very hot. Yeah. I left my hat in the car on purpose. As you can see, I'm sweating. It's very hot in Columbia, South Carolina. Pretty much anywhere in the state. So yeah, we'll show you a couple more pictures, videos. Thank y'all. Go ahead.
I'm 6.
I thought one day if I was a photographer, I would take pictures of buildings and places like this. Of flowers, you name it. Several of you have seen this. A short little video of mine coming up. But I figured I'd add it to it. Oh. This right here. Let me show you this old clock. This old clock's been down here forever. I think it's still right. Keeps the right time. I remember that clock when I was a little boy. As far back as 6, 7 years old, I do. I think they moved it around from a couple blocks. But it's still down here. It is very old. I don't know exactly when. Let me see if it has a date on it. It's got the old lion. The old knocker. Yeah. Let's see if it has a date on it before I shut this part of the video down. It's got the name on it, Seth Thomas. But I don't see a date or a year. Just saying, y'all. Wanted you to see that. Yeah, it's got the old knocker all the way around it. They paint it every now and then, I guess, to keep the rust. And it's got a clock on every side. 4 sides. Maybe it's the years on the clock itself. I don't see it. That is historical value. That clock is worth something. And we are better together for it. We really are. Appreciate the thumbs up, everyone. I say we're better together.